Hey guys, it is me, Wilson, and we're back for another video in quite a long time.
I'll be out.
Currently, you're watching the background me getting knocked out in Q1.
How's everyone else getting along?
Yeah, not great. We actually validated this lap by about a millimetre, and we needed like 200 to go through, so just unnecessarily pushing. But yeah, a lot has changed since I last did my video. I think my last video was Saudi in PSGL, which
that's unfortunate. That's so unlucky.
Great, but
I think
now we're in the era of PSGL where some people use 60 and some people use 120, and we're on 120, so we are dramatically slower. Nah, it's not that bad. It's like a tenth and a half. Some people are in 60. It's quite obvious who are, but we're on 120. But nevertheless, we're going to get straight into the action. We got 5 red lights. And away we go. We're starting in the soft compound tyre as we're P16. I thought we might want to get a bit of a move on. And we make it 3 wide here with Benz and Jake as we go through the middle. Little bit chaotic, but to be fair, compared to other drivers, we've kept that pretty tidy, which I think is pretty impressive from us. Side by side with Jake, leaving good room there, as well as Jake does. Jake kind of shafts himself there, but that's not my issue. Now we're trying to attack Benz. Was actually pretty interested why he was defending this hard. I think he gave up there, and then I understeer here. He was going to let me by, I think, but yeah, he was defending it pretty hard at the start there. We also got Nico behind us in softs, so we really do need to get a move on here, because if we don't, Nico will literally have a fit. I can hear his voice actually right now, probably complaining, so we probably want to get a move done fairly quickly. I think someone has damage up in front as well. I think I spoke to, is it Barry? Is that a Ferrari? Right, maybe it's not. But someone's holding the train up massively. Maybe they do have damage. As you can see, we try. I don't know what I try to do there in Benz. Nico, I don't know what Nico's doing either. He's a little bit lost. But now is going to be the time we can actually get a move done. That wasn't the best first lap from us. We have taken a little bit too long to get by these cars, but hopefully we can make up for it and get by 2 in one straight and get Ismail as well. These cars will not be defending, and if they are, I don't know what they're doing. And they're not defending, clearly, which is good on them. Smart and wise from them. Next up is Johnny E. I think this is the first league race he's done in 17 years. Actually, no, he done Austria before this race, which I also have not uploaded. Johnny doing a race. Who would have thought? If you don't know who this guy is, he's actually an Aston Martin esports driver. Probably have never seen him league race in your life. I think the last time this guy properly raced before this was esports 22. So yeah, John Evans, he's going to let us by nice and smoothly. What a guy, keeping it nice and easy. We give him a little weave to say thank you, Johnny. And that's us up into P, what is that? Is that 12? Yeah, P12. So from P16 we've gained 4. I don't think we'll be able to get Ruben. Yeah, I just don't think we can really challenge that. But lap 3, we're still behind Ruben. And as you can see, Barry's upside down and Josh is somehow not upside down. Can we do hard to nearly hit Josh as he rejoins track super quick. I think we could. But yeah, we're now sitting in P11 with a safety car, and immediately to my head, I just thought we will pit and put on hard tyres and go to the end. Whether that be the right strategy or not, we're just going to have to figure out. And you'll see here some people go into mediums, or some people go into softs. So if you go into mediums, you're always going to do medium soft, and if you go into soft, you're going to do soft medium. Yeah, I agree. I've been in this situation before. I thought this strategy would be definitely quicker. Yeah, but, Nico's in softs, but that's fine. Yeah, we can let him go and he'll just cause a bunch of chaos. Not really.
Okay, so
surprisingly, I genuinely thought this would be miles clear, but I was wrong. But we're also going to be we're in a good spot at the back of this
top 3
hard runner train. We've got Nico behind us in a fresh set of softs.
Tell me when they
and you're about to see me absolutely butcher the restart. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why I'm so far away from Philip. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, I'll never do that again. I'm really not sure what I'm thinking there. But yeah, you can see half-second film, which isn't great because now I'm just getting no slip. Then again, everyone looks fairly spread out, to be fair. So maybe it was just a good restart. Yeah, Nico behind us. We're
Jake
not
is
going to
slagging like crazy.
challenge him, but I'm just using battery here to make sure we stay within somewhat of a range of Philip. And you can see Nico will definitely pass us here. He stops using
He's
ERS
just
by
passed me
this
now.
point. Maybe I should have just started using just to annoy him, but nah, we left and let him by because there's just no point. And yeah, we got Dylan behind us. He won't be able to attack us, but we got Jake. He will, and then I think it was Ismail behind him. So yeah, we're probably going to drop 2 places, but we've got to remember these guys do have to pit. And obviously we're going to the end. So it's also crucial right now that we look after these tires a little bit. There's only so much you can do in the F1 game. But just not sliding,
Then
maybe put the
normally-
brake bias forward a little
Okay.
bit.
Every lap
Put
that goes
a lot
by,
of less
it's more in
stress
your
on the
favour,
rears,
so just keep that
which
in
is
mind.
the more predominantly worn tyre at this track.
Yeah, these guys are using all the battery.
Yeah, and just try not overslip the fronts, try not overslip the rears. Just very simple things. Again, there's not really much you can do in this game to save tyres, but just the simple ones. And yeah, we let Jake by, again using battery, but not to defend, just to stay fairly
Yeah, it's
close
fine.
to the front guys, and to also not make it the easiest thing in the world for them. I don't want them to completely just breeze by. But yeah, lap 7. We now move on to lap 19. Alvaro did pass, or Isma did pass us. But you can see in the top left, Alvaro is 1.5. He was on that strategy, softs at the safety car. And we're going to be the first runners to get hit by them. So we're not in a great position, albeit I looked back at this footage. I probably could have passed Philip, but if I'm going to be totally honest, I changed my brake pedal settings quite close this race. I wasn't overly confident on the brakes. I probably could have got past Philip, but again, I just didn't really have the confidence to plant the brake pedal, and I didn't really want to spear into someone and take someone out. Like there, I probably could have went for it, but again, just not feeling it. But it's not the end of the world. It's only PSGL, isn't it? So yeah,
it's gonna be
Nico
miserable.
and Alvaro are firmly in our DRS now, and we're about to hit our second phase at one point. And if you don't know what that is when your tyres drop pretty dramatically. So your tyres are always dropping throughout the race, but when you hit that second part, they're going to drop very aggressively, and that's where you see another like half a second loss in pace or whatever. I don't know the actual number, but something. It's substantial. Like you'll notice it if you looked at it on a graph, for example. But yeah, Nico passing us again. We don't make it easy, but there's really nothing we can do. Like we can use all our battery, but then we'll be destroyed for the last lap. Yeah, Alvaro absolutely sends us up the inside, taps us a bit, and then here I accidentally push him wide a bit. I genuinely didn't mean that. The car was just feeling terrible, as you can imagine, and Alvaro took that to heart clearly and decides to absolutely rocket me off track. I accidentally hook wheels with him as well because I'm all over a sausage curb. So yeah, didn't mean to shove
I
off
accidentally
Alvaro, but
understeered into you a little bit.
the
You did
nature
that.
of this
Bit overdramatic.
game recently is if you accidentally touch somebody, you're not finishing the race nearly. So yeah, sorry about that, Alvaro. Please don't do that again. I'd appreciate it. Nearly ruined his own race, and then we get tapped. So yeah,
Brother,
not
come
ideal.
on, use your
And
brain.
we're probably going to lose DRS to Alvaro this lap because he's got amazing tyres. But yeah, P10 now, and we're literally going to be scrapping for points. I think one person in the top 10 has a legitimate penalty. Alvaro's got removed at the end of the race, so once Isma passes us, that's us. Well, he passes us now. That's us in P10. So this is us fighting for P10 now. This is the final point. So from P16, if we can get P10 round Spa, I'll be pretty happy. Albeit heading into this race, my pace was actually looking really promising. I felt pretty good. I just botched quali, which is annoying because I think on 60 FPS, I don't want to be the person that uses it as an excuse all the time, but on 60 I could have easily taken it a lot easier and been a 10th up and got through, but on 120 I just felt like I had to push that a little bit harder. My lap time there was literally slower than a few months ago, so that says everything about the game. But yeah, you can see Patrick all over us in that fresh set of tyres. he'll probably pass us. Wouldn't surprise me because he's on a fresh set, but he's got a penalty, so that doesn't matter. You can see just under the W, or you could see there for a second, that my tyres were red, and I can confirm at this point they were 75%, so I'm literally on skates. Watching it back now, it looks like the tyres are okay from a POV standpoint, but genuinely, like, this is the hardest thing to drive ever. The rear end was just not having it. But nevertheless, we're on the last lap now. We've got Jarno all over us. He's wanting that final point. I'm pretty sure he won the championship this race. He's probably going to send it, but I choose to not defend. I want the outside because I was planning on squeezing him just a little bit all over this curb and just giving him not a lot of traction. Don't know how legal that is, but I didn't get reported. And we got P8.
Oh my god.
But we did obviously see two drivers get their penalties removed, which demoted us to P10. But all in all, not the worst race considering we started P16. I'm pretty glad we chose to start in the softs. I didn't understand people starting on hards around us. I thought that was a bit silly because you're just going to fall backwards and stay in the same place the whole race. Or at least that's what I thought. Unless you do a fat undercut, obviously. But yeah, could have been a little bit more. Again, shame about quali. I genuinely feel like we could have got into Q3. And, I mean, if we got into Q3, we probably would have been like 8th or 9th anyway. Because, yeah, just a lot of people were in 60 again. But, yeah, I mean, we definitely could have got to Q2 and started like 12th or 11th at least. So very silly from me in quali. I genuinely invalidated by about a millimetre, and I needed to improve by 200. So that's always great, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. Hindsight is a great thing, especially in racing. But yeah, I've kind of slapped this video together. I was like, why not upload a video? It's always nice to watch these videos back as well, a few years down the line. Yeah, just not been uploading recently. Obviously, there was the esports thing between after Saudi, the Saudi PSGL Grand Prix. After that, like the esports sweat kicked in, so I didn't league race for like 3 months, and then PSGL started back up, and then like all the races I'd done were pretty terrible. Again, it was like 60 FPS versus 120, so I was just like getting absolutely destroyed, and I was like, I don't really want to upload this. Excuse me. I don't really want to upload this. It's not very enjoyable. But then, you know, today I was like, why not upload the Belgium race? Because it was somewhat interesting. Yeah, why not? So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's Vegas next week. I might upload a video on that because that might be a chaos race. But hopefully. Yeah, hopefully I'm just waffling now. Yeah, appreciate. I'm gonna say something I shouldn't. That's what I'm gonna do. So appreciate you guys watching. If you did watch, for all I know, this could get 0 viewers. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, you can now buy the McLaren Shadow jersey. Actually, if you want to go buy that, check out my Instagram. There's a link somewhere on McLaren Shadow or something. Just have a look, dig in. If you want it, because I know a lot of people have told me that they like it. So do I. It's a cool jersey. And I'll see you guys whenever the next video is. Ciao.